Hello everybody, Amadorn here. Welcome back to the CentriCraft server. Hope everything's going well for you today. Everything's going fine for me. We are standing over at the Grand Temple of my base. And as you can see behind me, I have finished the first wall. This is the design I ended up going with. I changed out the nether brick and the red concrete for orange and red terracotta. I think it gives it a more subtle tone, and the pattern shows up a little bit better, I think. And it's not as strong. It doesn't just totally overpower the stone brick and the dark oak logs. One thing I noticed, though, as I started to work on the second level, and we'll go up here and we'll take a look at it. Uh-oh, creeper. I hope he didn't blow up down there. This is what I get for trying to record at night. So, what I found out was that this wall is 13 blocks. And each level is supposed to be 13 blocks. But when I counted the bottom layer, I counted 1 starting at the block just above ground level and went up. On these, when I counted the 13 blocks, I started here. So these walls are actually only 12 blocks tall, all the way up on all the sides. The only one that's 13 is the first one. So it threw off the entire design for the temple. And going back to my math, I'm not sure that 13 would have worked. So at this point, I don't know. I've decided to leave them. I'm not rebuilding all these walls. It's just not going to happen. So I have, if you notice on the first layer, there is a red block. There's a line of red terracotta that goes all the way down at this level. And this arrow here actually starts up here. But this will work. It doesn't really change it too much. It'll work, and then I'll do the other layers. I've been kind of playing around with, doing each one, doing a panel on each layer going up, and just kind of making sure that it looks right. I'm pretty sure that this is going to work all the way up. So the first level will be 13 blocks tall, and everything else will be 12. That's just the way it's going to be. I'm not changing it at this point. I'm not going to go through and redo everything. And we're getting attacked. Yeah, that was death 78. Alright, so today's project isn't going to be here in the base. We're actually going to be heading over to Cake Man's place. And we're going to be doing up the interior over there. And then we're probably going to make a trip over to the Guardian Farm so we can fix up some stuff. So let's head over to Cake Man's place, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, so we've gotten over here to Cake Man's base. He's got this all set up down there. And then this is what we're going to be working on. It looks like he's had some issues with some creepers. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is I want to get rid of some of these pillars. I need to set up my stuff. So we'll set up my chest and everything over here. And shulker boxes. And we'll get started. Now, I'm pretty sure I won't need all of this stuff. I think some of these might be empty. Alright, so I need to grab an axe, so I can cut down pillars. And we'll get that done first. We're also going to get rid of this top layer of dirt here. Looks like he's got a hole over here that needs fixed. I did bring a bed with me. One of these chests. Now I gotta find it. I really need to get more organized. There we go. So we don't want to blow up or die or spawn monsters or whatever while we're working on this. Okay. We will need some dark oak stairs. Alright, so there's that. Okay. That in there. I think we're going to actually use a stripped oak pattern in there, maybe. Do I have enough oak? I think I might. Okay, so let's put down oak for the floor. And we want to do it all in this direction. Because what we're trying to do here is kind of lay down a main, kind of a grand entrance area. But we want a pattern to it. And it'll be easier to lay this pattern down by putting out the blocks first, or putting out the oak logs, and then we'll put in the dark oak logs, and then we'll get everything stripped out. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this floor off, and when I get that done, we'll come back. Alright, so there is the floor all done. I used dark oak and regular oak, and then stripped all the logs that I put down, and it gave it this really nice checkerboard pattern. I also put in these two front doors, added this stone pillar here to kind of break that up. And then we're gonna do some work here. We're gonna add in, I don't know if I'm gonna use glass. I think I might just use some fences for the windows, but we'll get those taken care of. This pillar really just kind of needs to go. It's just in the wrong place, really. So we'll get rid of that. And then we'll fill in stairs where that should be. We do need to make an access to the second floor up there. We'll get that figured out here in a second. We kind of want to make this look like, we kind of want to draw the attention of anybody entering this to these stairs. Because that's where you go down into the actual base itself. So we'll get that taken care of. And we'll be back, and we'll just go ahead and finish this floor. Okay, folks, we are back, and I think I have everything done for this contract. Let's take a quick tour, and I'll show you what I did. So the first thing I did is I added this doorway here. I put down this floor. You saw that I kind of checkerboard pattern that the dark oak and the oak made. I did put some pillars back in because you want some supports for the building. I got some plants in here to give us some color, so it's not all just kind of brown and gray. I got a painting up here. We did put in some banners. I haven't done much with the design of those. I figured I'd let Cake really kind of decide his own designs. I did put in a couple of chests here and there so that he's got some place to store some stuff, and there's plenty of room for him to add more chests if he wants to. Down here, we built these two statues. He wanted a couple of statues. Now these are set up so if he wants to, and he's got some flint, he can actually set these hands on fire and have a bonfire going. These stairs lead up to the second floor where basically his living area is. We've got a table and some chairs here. We've got storage over here. Place for him to do some reading. And a bed with a couple of night table or end tables. Some storage for where he can put some gear. Fireplace so he can cook some food if he wants to. Then this ladder here leads to the upper floor. This is where he has in his enchanting station. We got a bunch of bookshelves and storage for stuff, as well as his enchanting table. Now I moved these from another area. This could be turned into double chests, I think, if he wanted to, but maybe not because of this block here. Finally, he has a ladder. Finally, he has a ladder going up here. Now, this area here you couldn't really do much with. You probably could put in some single chests here if you wanted to, but it's not really big enough to do much with. And then finally, this up here, where we have his Elytra launching pad that leads out into the world. Alright, so that is the contract for Cake Man, the interior of his base. We'll send him a message to let him know that everything is done, and he can take a look at it and decide if he likes it or not, and see if we need to change anything up. And then after that, we'll take care of the payment. But that's about all the time I have for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button down below. If you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button. And until next time, you guys have a good one. Goodbye.